Hmm. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening. Okay, the weekly outlook supposed to start on actually should be tomorrow, but since I'm free today, I like to shift it to tonight. Okay, so okay, let's start the weekly analysis to give you guys see what are my thought process after the NFP week. Coming up should be a CPI week, if I remember correctly. Mm, First, from the 8th of December until 13th of December, eh, will be okay. Let's start with the economic calendar first for the week. So on a Monday, we have no news, red folder news at all. So we will skip trading on a Monday. And Tuesday, we have the Aussie dollar, cash rate, and the RBA rate statement. Coming up Wednesday, we have the core CPI. CPI is also part of the big three, which is the big three are the NFP, CPI, and FOMC statement. So, if we are facing a CPI, as usual, since Monday we have not any red folder news. Tuesday we not doesn't have any US dollar um, red folder news as well. It also stated as the pre-CPI day, and Wednesday there is a CPI, which is the CPI day. It would be more advisable. I mean, like personally, I would trade after the CPI news. Okay, so on the about 10:45, we have the Canadian dollar news, Aussie dollar on the Thursday onwards. Thursday on the Aussie dollar, CHF, and the euros, and the major PPI. So for me, I will be look into the chart probably on the Wednesday night and the Thursday night for live trading. Okay, so on the live trading itself, I will be held most likely a Wednesday night and Thursday night. Okay, remember guys, 10:45 we have the Canadian dollar news, Aussie dollar on the Thursday onwards. Thursday on the Aussie dollar, CHF, and the euros, and the major PPI. So for me, I will be look into the chart probably on the Wednesday night and the Thursday night. Okay, remember guys, And on the Friday we have the GBP GDP. So yeah, so let's see after the NFP week what the market has done. Remove all the drawings. Okay, so let me start from the monthly. A potential monthly fair value gap might be formed. Okay, this is the first one. And the second one, are we are actually in this weekly fair value gap, but seems like disrespect. Okay, the previous weekly candle low, mark and sweep. The price went bullish for a while and came back uh, for to the retest. We need to check. Okay, obviously we have the next draw on liquidity should be this low, otherwise it will be this high. Okay, we have these two range of liquidity. See on the previous weekly candle low right here, a sweep waiting for another displacement towards the upside. Okay, from a 4-hour time frame, we does not have any bullish side of displacement yet. Okay, does looks like the price is respecting towards the upside this market structure shift, but doesn't use it in my strategy. If I want to see a further bullish movement, I would love to see another 1 hour fair value gap, or the 1 hour or the 4 hour fair value gap overlapping with this high. Okay, otherwise it would be just a tap and a continuation lower. And the next target potentially could be this low and this low. Okay, let's see. We'll reanalyze the market again after the CPI news. Okay, Okay, moving on next. Okay, gold is currently at a messy range. It's still in a huge range of liquidity. Since we are 50-50 of on the dollar index, the rest of the majors should be in 50-50 cents as well. Okay, so currently we are facing a ranging condition from a higher time frame point of view. The price didn't broke out either of the range. Okay, what I can see is we do have a sweep of previous weekly candle high, which is aligned with the dollar index. Right here, the price took the sweep and then dumped all the way down here. And then the price stuck in the range and closed in between such momentum. So if, let me check, have a look. Okay, so initially this is the daily range. Okay, what I see, there is an obvious buy side and sell side liquidity. So what do I expect? So price could do something like this if continue bearish. If continue bullish, it will do something like this. So this is the very obvious range. So if the bearish continues, took a high and then down all the way. Otherwise, it will be done inversely. Sting in, okay, to took out these highs. Okay, so it's a little bit 50-50 on my side. It is a very obvious range to be take out. If you are looking for short, my POI is here. If you are looking for longs, my POI is around below this. Okay. Investment and sunset liquidity. We analyze on Wednesday. Okay, this is on gold. On the euros, okay, I did see something interesting right here. Let me remove this. Okay, so on the weekly fair value gap, align with these overlapping areas, right? This overlapping area, which is the one that overlapping here. Yeah, this is the overlapping area, fair value area. Okay, where price respecting this weekly fair value gap right here from the daily time frame, you can see from here, price is actually respecting this weekly fair value gap from the daily time frame perspective. Okay, without leaving any bullish fair value gap off here. Okay, so from the weekly time frame, let's say we are moving from external to internal, and currently we are respecting the internal liquidity range. Then the next one we will be targeting the next draw liquidity down here. Okay, right here. Okay, so we are moving from the external towards the internal. Let me check. That's the one. Okay, this low. That's the draw liquidity. Okay, and price in eventually moving into the internal liquidity down here. Okay, so if we are respecting the weekly fair value gap, we are looking for a 4-hour displacement. But price is currently respecting the bullish 4-hour fair value gap and eventually did a pump, an early sign of disrespecting, because despite how the third candle closed, is a little bit suspicious that price could respecting of this bearish despite how the third candle closed, because the bullish momentum is absolutely strong, and there is absolutely makes sense there is a bullish momentum of the 4-hour fair value gap. Okay, so what do I expect? Either I want the price to break below here as a draw liquidity to give me the confirmation. Yes, something like this. And I want to be a respecting of the range right here. Okay, I want to see a clear break from what I see. Okay, from this point of view, if the price continue break above, these highs are not going to hold. Especially of these highs. Okay, if the price, this could be a respecting a bullish break and test, a continuation from there. Okay, so this is pretty much for the Euro USD. Also the same, no bias, 50-50 on bullish and bearish side. Break below or above to decide to show clear direction, and 50-50 on bullish and bearish side, break below or above to show clear direction, and we'll analyze again on after CPI night. News release. Okay, on the pound against the dollar, let me reanalyze everything again. We have an early sign of bullish momentum from here. Okay, this is the monthly fair value gap. Monthly fair value gap. Okay, next is monthly equal low. But we are facing some sort of resistance from the weekly fair value gap. Are we going to respect or disrespect this weekly fair value gap? Let's see how on the coming weeks. Okay, but from the bullish order flow, it seems like the daily BPR respected very, very well. Okay, a daily BPR, we have a 4-hour extension towards the upside, potentially retesting the unmitigated fair value gaps right down here, potentially a continuation upwards, have a higher chance. Mm, okay, still the same. I do able to argue there is a bullish and a bearish side, but it does looks like the bullish side is respecting, but I can't have any bias right now, probably until the CPI night. Okay, okay. On the Aussie dollar, okay, we seen a obvious strong liquidity resting below down here, but how do we manage to get there? We have this daily fair will get respected very nicely. Next thing is potentially this next fair value area. Okay, we have this shift potentially up towards this high. Okay, let me repeat once again on the Australian against the dollar. Okay, so on the weekly time frame, first of all, we saw a very obvious strong liquidity right here, which the price is pointing downwards to. So the next thing, we look into the the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, we have the nearest one, which is the daily fair value gap. The previous high is also sweep and rejected off. From the 4 hour time frame, we have nothing, not that really clear, but we have we have it on Friday, the opening candle sweep and dump the previous day high, and we have the 1 hour BPR right here respected. Okay, eventually break the low, came back into the range, respected, and dump all the way down towards the first draw on liquidity. So coming up next, we'll be doing the same thing as well. Once price came back into the range, probably about this high I would take, because the expansion respecting is a bit too far, but I will eventually place my stop loss at here. So once the price sting back into it, and we will just take the trade and continue lower. This is my take up to this strong liquidity. Okay, so this is the Aussie against the dollar. Okay, same thing goes to the New Zealand dollar. Despite how the price dump all the way down like this, it will be literally no resistance at all. So from the weekly time frame, we have these two obvious draw liquidity down here. And from the daily time frame, we have this bullish BPR but get disrespected. It's okay. And we have this previous daily high, swept and dump. Previous daily high. Okay, from the 4 hour time frame, there is not much of a bearish fair value gap side. Yeah, unless this high. Okay, and this breaker. From 1 hour time frame, we have a quite clean fair value area resting below right here. Probably target about this high. 30 pips. So potentially we could target up to here. So we can get a nice 2R trade. Let's see now on this. So this will be the NFD USD bearish. Okay, USD Canadian, the pump is a bit too far away from our target, potentially after a Tuesday, but this high is obvious, potentially at a reclaimed order block range. Price could retest somehow, but it is a little bit hard to trade off here. Okay, so on the USD Japan USD JPY, it's a little bit too sad that we took off a break even right here, but a plan, we just go according to our trading plan. If not, we will get stop out in it, like for the next few hour or the next day. Okay, so on this, let me reanalyze everything first. Let me check the yen basket. So the Monday order block confirms. We have a weekly value gap resting below right here. Weekly value gap respecting of the monthly order block. Potentially put sting in and break above this strong liquidity. The target will be the drawn liquidity as the fair value gap, weekly fair value gap. So on this, we are currently stuck in the range. If you are looking for a bullish order, we would like to see something like this. Smaller range right here from where we are right now. Okay. Yen basket. Weekly bullish fair value gap form after the monthly OB. Second is weekly bearish fair value gap as obvious drawn liquidity. Weekly bullish fair value gap resting below as liquidity to continue higher. Waiting price tap into weekly bullish fair value gap to continue higher, and we'll see if bullish on yen basket equals to bearish on XXX JPY. Okay, let's start from the pounds first. Okay, of the pounds, we are currently still stuck. Okay, of a Monday, did we manage to short off towards this strong liquidity down here? Not really. On the weekly, we have this fair value gap confirmed. Weekly fair value gap respected of this breaker. Breaker confirmed. A weekly fair value gap of the daily. We see any daily fair value gap? Yes, we do. A clear daily fair value gap right here. Potentially price could retest all the way up here. This is the formation of the first weekly fair value gap towards the very side. So price requires to fill this weekly fair value gap to continue short of it, short on it. Okay, so potentially price could come back to this daily fair value area as well. Of the very side. If you are measuring the OTE level, this range will be much more clearer. Okay, so it will be applicable to be bearish once the yen basket respected the weekly fair value gap and continue higher. Okay, since the price is on crypto, I will take on two analyses for the Bitcoin and the Ethereum. And congratulate whoever bought the Bitcoin. It went to 100K mark. Is the once in a lifetime to see this kind of price action, especially from Bitcoin. Since 4 years ago, the bearish trends, the cooling period of the crypto market. Hey, let's have a outlook on it. We have this range of liquidity down here to be swept and the new all-time high as the new drawn liquidity target. But longing into a resistance, not really my appetite, and see how the price get manipulated after the 100K mark. Whoever bought from here and over leverage more than, I think about more than 10 times leverage and risking more than 10% of your account this this week has been a mess for your account as well. So in between this range, I don't think it is advisable to trade inside this range because it is a very dangerous range. Either the price could just break above to continue towards another all-time high in like longing into the unknown. Otherwise, shorting it, it could be possible as well. Let's see how the price show us. So this within this range is a little bit too dangerous for us. If shorting the first retest zone can compound like how to say, if you want to hold more spot, you can look for buy at this fair value area as the weekly fair value area, a bullish one. You can look to compound more on this side. Personally, I will do it so. Otherwise, I don't think I will add any more positions from Bitcoin. Okay. On the Ethereum, it went a very nice one. This equal low has not been tapped yet, but the price did fill me at this equal low. Equal low, and also it is a daily fair value gap right here. So price is currently sitting at the major draw liquidity, which I already marked. If the price respected this daily fair value gap, it will just go towards all these highs. Okay. Eventually, where will be the next highs? The next challenge will be the rejection of this range. It will be a huge one, and also it is an all-time high will be happen after this high is broken. Where will it pump towards? I don't I don't think I know it, but according to the data, despite how the price moved from the previous low to the all-time high, it's about more than another 100% from 1,000 to 4,000 from this market bull run up to here, a little bit retest, 1 month retest, then go all the way all-time high, but another 183%, let's say. So from this low to another 183%. Let's see, 183% right here, potentially up to a 6,000 mark. We'll see. But despite how the price, if we using the standard deviation, let's see how far can it go. Okay, from this low, break off this high, and eventually this high. Let me check on the Monday. Oh yeah, this high is the one. So potentially up to 11,000. That would be really nice if we see the price react off this high. Potentially a 12,000 mark. It could be possible. And personally, I will just hold whatever I'm longing right now. And we'll see on the alt season coming. Okay, and I think I will end my stream off right now without any question. And I'll see you guys on the Wednesday CPI night after the news release, and we'll do the analysis together. Nothing much. I'll end it off here. Everyone, have a good night, good weekend. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Goodbye.